Welcome in, belly up, have a seat, and grab a drink as we talk some Wingman Fantasy Football. Welcome into another edition of Wingman Fantasy Football, the League podcast. I'm your host, Michael Furley, and as always, I'd like to thank all of you, or any of you who may be watching or listening to today's show. This is episode 83, week 17, ins and outs. It's our championship week, our last live stream of the year. And before we get any further along, let's make sure that everybody is in the room.
Wingmen assemble!
All right, guys, I'd like to thank you all for showing up for our last live stream. I want you to do me a favor, if possible. We're going to do, at the end of this show, a Happy New Year's toast. I have a shot of tequila here, maybe a half a shot. So you have about, 15 minutes to get yourselves together. And at the end of the show, we will do a New Year's Eve toast. All right, guys, with that being said, this is championship week. We have a battle of our top two teams left. Corey's Mac Daddy 2s up against Jimerson's RedSox Nation. So we will do a light preview of this week. We will have some huge announcements. We'll also do a live Q&A. But first, let's find out who's in or out, who's hurt or not in this week's actives and inactives. All right, as it usually is at the end of the year, players that are going to miss a game or two get put on the IR, and that is no different this year as Marquise Doodoo Brown from the Arizona Cardinals was placed on IR this week, as well was Ramondre Stevenson and Jerick McKinnon. Now for players that are going to be out today. Josh Jacobs is not going to play today, leaving the backfield once again, all alone for Zamir White. Raheem Mostert is not going to play today, so he is definitely not a must start. Zach Moss is going to miss another game, leaving the backfield to Jonathan Taylor. Jalen Waddle is also going to be out today and may even be out next week, just in terms of the Dolphins' playoff seeding chances here. Cortland Nothing is going to get nothing as he is inactive this week. And Christian Watson is also not going to play this week. Trevor Lawrence is also now inactive. As for players that are questionable, we've got Jamar Chase is optimistic that he'll have a chance to play, but they play at 4:25, and he's going to need to do a pregame warm-up to make sure that he is able to go. Puka Nacua is going to play today. Zay Flowers is going to play. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to play, as well as Isaiah Pacheco. Will Levis is back in the starting lineup. CJ Superstar, CJ Stroud is back and going to play today in what I expect to be a high-scoring game for the Houston Texans. And this will only help his wide receiver, Nico Collins. DK Metcalf, who is listed as questionable, is going to suit up, as is his teammate, Kenneth Walker, Texas Ranger. Michael Pittman is going to play. Jaden Reed's finally going to get back going to play today. McCall Hardman's back on the field. Brian Robinson makes his return. And Brock Purdy is going to play today. All right, let's do a light preview this week, as only one game that really matters. But in our first game, we're going to go over the Toilet Bowl. Our 9th place game has Ken's Tampa Brady up against Nick's Waddle away, and the winner of this game will finish the final season standings in 9th place, while the loser will finish the game in 10th place. Ken's Tampa Brady, who I thought was all but asleep, has awakened as he has changed his lineup, taken out some players who are inactive, and is looking to stay out of the 10th place game. And last I saw, however, Nick's Waddle away is falling asleep as he has Cortland Sutton in his lineup, at least as of a few moments ago, and he is not going to play today. On to our 7th place game. We have Team B.
I'm Cuban B. Yes, Cuban B.
Up against the most lovable team in our league this year, Reggie's Lionized, and the winner of this game will be in 7th place, while the loser will be in 8th. A win today can erase the horrific regular season of Team B as he can improve his season standings to 7th place. And Reggie's Lionized got his dream matchup as he played 8 Lions last night in a heartbreaking game. And as they say in Tropic Thunder, you never go full Lions. Now on to our 3rd place game, our consolation of our big boy bracket. The top 2 scoring teams of the season are battling for 3rd place. And once again, Amazing Spidey has the highest projected score, but it doesn't matter. This game is going to be a battle of the 49ers versus the Bills. As I can only imagine that the 49ers cannot have back-to-back stinkers, and they are going to demolish the Commanders today. And I want all those 49er points that I did not get last week. For Paul's team, all of his teams are at home this week. So he's got a strong matchup in that regard. All right, now it's time to check in on our championship game. Let's take a look at our revised big boy bracket.
Wingman Fantasy Football's Big Boy Bracket. Who's a big boy?
All right, and then there were 2. We are down to our championship game. Pardon me one moment. Pardon me. As we have RedSox Nation up against Mac Daddy 2s. RedSox Nation was the number 2 seed. The winner of the odd division, and Mac Daddy 2s was the last team to get in the playoffs, needing a 4-game winning streak and help to make it, and he's made the most of his opportunity as he is now in the championship game. And these teams both had players playing on this game started on Thursday night with the Browns versus the Jets, and almost everyone of consequence, at least on these players' teams, did very well, but only RedSox Nation had Breece Hall in his lineup, who had 23.1 points to start off the week. Then we head to Saturday night, last night's game, and CeeDee Lamb had a monster performance, doing his best Amari Cooper impression, getting 35.7 points, while the kicker, Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas Cowboys, had 11 points. So going into Sunday, the score is 34.1 for RedSox Nation to 35.7 for Mac Daddy 2s. The projected score at the moment is 107 for RedSox Nation to 118 for Mac Daddy 2s. And Mac Daddy 2s' lineups have all green matchups this week. So he's got a very strong chance to hit those projections, but we shall see, as projections mean nothing, as I had all green matchups last week. All right. So looking at their lineups real quick, we know that Raheem Mostert is out this week for RedSox Nation, but he went with Breece Hall, and that seemed to be a good play as he had one of his highest scoring games. Also, he's sitting his number 1 defense all throughout the playoffs, and he's become a streaming defense player.
We'll cross the streams.
Excuse me, Egon. You said crossing the streams was bad.
RedSox Nation has sat the Dallas Cowboys for a 2nd straight week in the playoffs, and this week he is playing the LA Rams up against the Giants. We'll see if that was a good move or not. I think Dallas only got a couple points last night. Got 3 points, so he can't do much worse than that. So far, it looks like a good play. Hard to say. We will see at the end of this day. All right, we'll keep rhyming. The good thing about this week, as opposed to last week, as we will know the champion by the end of the night. All but one player for each team will be done by the 4 o'clock games, and they will have a 1-to-1 battle for the Sunday night game with Jordan Love up against Ty Chandler in the Sunday night game with the Green Bay Packers heading over to Minnesota. So this is a big game, so we won't know until tonight who's going to be our champion. Let's see. All right, guys. So good luck to both you guys. I also want to mention that Corey last week did a very sneaky move saying congratulations on sitting Patrick Mahomes in the middle of the game just to do a little kibosh, a little jinx. So a little jinx on Amazing Spidey, and it worked. Played to perfection. Well done, Corey. All right, we see that Corey is in the room, and he is trying to, says he's going to dethrone our back-to-back champ. He is going to take it home this year. It's a little bold move. Let's see. I shouldn't do that. Can I do that? It's a bold move.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I'm doing these on the fly. All right. With that being said, we're going to open this up to a quick Q&A. I don't see too many people in here today, and that's all right. It is a holiday weekend. But with that being quick cheers to anyone who might be in the room today. All right, so we have some big announcements coming up, guys. Big announcements. As you know, this will be our last live stream episode of the year. We will have one more episode next week, and that will be our very first award show. So I want to invite you to come on and watch that. I'm hoping to get it probably be out by Friday, to be honest with you, because I got to put that one together. So by next Friday, we will have our award show. Please check that out. Help us pick out some of our winners with our poll questions. So pick your favorite sounds, favorite sounds this year. Let's see. For example, you can vote for your favorite intro graphics, as we had the weekly rewind, the Goosometer, our trade watch, Mike Rant, this week's matchups, our power rankings, our mailbag intro, our tips and tricks. And honorable mentions here are the big boy bracket and our sad puppies segment, which I hope you all enjoyed last week. All right, a big announcement. We are going to launch a new channel this coming year. We're going to a Wingman Poker channel. It's not up and running yet, but that will be at youtube.com/@wingmanpoker. And in our next episode, the award show, we will have our biggest announcement yet. So please tune in to check that out. All right, guys. With that being said, don't forget you can find all of our audio feeds on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, and Google Podcasts, as well as YouTube Music. Just search Wingman the League. Just get that that content. To find our video feeds, just go to wingmanentertainment.net/podcast. Also, our YouTube, she's out here. Also, our YouTube page at youtube.com/@Wingman Fantasy Football. We are now up to 9 subscribers, so thank you very much. With that, guys, if you guys got yourselves a drink, here's my shot of tequila. I would like to wish you all a very happy New Year. Here they are. Do it again. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Cheers. Nope. Thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this season. It was fun. We added a lot to our content this year. Corey, you've driven me to take tequila shots. That's how this is just a facade. I'm broken inside. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the day. Happy New Year, everybody. Good luck to our championship contestants, and we will see you next year.